Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My best mic impression there.
What's going on, everybody? Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Alrighty, so welcome back, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody?
Joe and Mike back here. We're gonna talk a little more about Green Day. We had a talk when the first single came out. Felt like we had enough content with that single and the reveal of an album. Two singles have come out since then. I feel like we both agreed. The first one didn't bar enough for a discussion. The second one, now we got two songs to talk about. Getting a lot closer to that drop date. Probably a little over a month now, maybe like a month and a week or some shit like that. So feeling like it's a little relevant now to talk about it again. So we're gonna discuss how much we like the singles. I'm not sure if there'll be anything else really as far as the album goes. Maybe we see a little direction they're going toward given the singles, but other than that, I think it's just gonna be primarily us talking about the singles. So Mike, do you want to take it away with Look Mom? I don't even know the name. Look Ma, I Got No Brains or some stuff like that. Or Hey
What?
Ma.
I felt like we talked about that single too, though.
No, we didn't. It was just American Dream. Well, I
Well,
mean, you and I might have talked about it.
yeah, yeah. I I don't have much to say on this song personally.
Mhm,
Um, I, it's just kind of there to me. Um,
mhm.
I don't know. Like I just it feels like how people feel about eating rice cakes, you know? It's like you're just kind of eating it to like, eat it. Even though that's a misconception, but yeah.
You just had to bring your rice cakes into it, didn't you, Mike? Um,
There's a lot of different
well,
rice cakes you can get. All right.
well,
Don't
all
ever be
right. So next,
clean.
we'll talk about this on our rice cake podcast.
All right.
But for now, so I feel almost exactly how you feel. I agree completely with the beginning half of the song. I feel like it's overdone. I feel like the first half of the song is overdone. Like it's kind of like it's your classic punk, and it's like okay. I'm sure classic Green Day fans heard this and they're like, but we're not classic Green Day fans. If American Idiot and 21st are superior to Dookie, and I could go on, but that's for another video. Uh, but where was I going with that? I like the second half. I like the chorus, like da 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 ba 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 ba. And then I think there was like an instrumental I enjoyed too, and then they do the chorus again. So I enjoyed that part. I didn't enjoy it enough for me to like be like, okay, that rules out how like overdone the first half of this song is. So it still isn't like, crazy good for me. But I don't think I'd go out on a limb. I don't think you would either saying it's a bad song. I think it shows some hope. I think it's better than anything off of Father of All still, even though it's underwhelming. That just goes to show how bad Father of All is. But yeah, no, I like the second half of this song. I think it's a decent track. And I think that's all we have to say about that one. So love it or not, Dilemma definitely is a lot more out of I don't want to say out of their ballpark because it's really not, but just how generic Ma I Got No Brains was. Dilemma was definitely more of a like thing that is able to discuss. It starts off slow and so I'll give my opinion on this one first since you did the other one. I've changed my opinion a lot about this song, and it only came out like less than a week ago. Was it Thursday actually? Or like 3, 4 days ago, something like that.
I don't remember.
Came out very recently.
Maybe a Friday. I don't know.
But I I know it wasn't a Friday. That's because I knew it wasn't a Friday because when they dropped, I was like, that's weird. It's not Friday, so it definitely was a Friday. But who cares? When I first heard it, I knew that it was a good song, or I knew it was better than the second single, but I wasn't a fan of it because I don't know. I don't like some of the chords in it, which sounds weird enough. They have some weird chords in it. It's in a minor key. Uh, I'm not a. I've come to discover that I'm not a big fan of punk rock in a minor key. I'm not sure why, but that's kind of just how I feel. But the more I listen to it, the more I kinda dig it. It's kinda cool. And then you have the classic, like, boom, 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 boom during, like, the 2nd verse and stuff, and it reminds me a lot. I'm not sure if you felt this way, or maybe you'll, like, be like, "Huh," of What's Her Name, which is obviously the closing track off of American Idiot. So not the song as a whole reminds me of What's Her Name, but that one section, and that's, in my opinion, is a very underrated song, What's Her Name. Um, so yeah, this I can and I think the instrumental is really cool, like, "now, now, 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 now." I really do enjoy that. I've always enjoyed that part, even when I wasn't a fan of the song, I thought that part was very good. It was more so the chorus that I didn't like, and it's grown on me. It's still not my favorite thing, but it's gotten to a point where, like, it doesn't downgrade the song for me like it did when it first came out. But yeah, I think off of just myself, that's all I have to say about it for now. What do you have to say?
Yeah, so what I will say is I thoroughly I enjoyed seeing like some good content
Mhm.
like there was a clear direction in this song, which I feel like Green Day, I feel like personally, Green Day for the longest now has just been, even when their songs are good, it just sounds like they're going through the motions. Um, and
Would
this
you
year,
would you s would you say that on Revolution Radio?
I think you saw a glimpse of it there. I mean, there was still, I mean, there were still some high moments, but I think
Yeah.
there was some glimpse of it there. But as everything post that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I love it lyrically. I mean, I think it's a really like interesting perspective because from what I did my research on, it kind of is based on like a true story. But like when you first listen to the lyrics, like you think that he's saying that like he wants to like be sober and like get help in rehab or whatever, but like he basically is saying in the lyrics that like the rehab, he's pissed off because the rehab is like killing like his dreams because he's
Mhm.
like seeing his addiction as like a good thing or whatever, which is like a crazy fucking take. But
I
it's
haven't listened closely enough to pick up on that.
yeah, yeah, it's like welcome to my nightmare where dreams go to disappear. Sit around in rehab feeling like a lab rat. Like
Oh, yep, yep, yep.
here's to all my problems. I just want to drink the poison. Um, so I understand like
Confliction, yeah.
I understand your point of the chorus being like, like maybe not liking the chorus, but I think when you put it in the context of like the content matter, I think it's pretty fitting. Um, and I don't know, it's like an interesting contrast. Like the song was palatable and it made me think a little bit, you know. So I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, like Green Day. It made me feel like okay, like Green Day, I think is still capable of like putting together some music here that I think is gonna, make me um what's the right word I'm looking for? Like I can now see a future where Green Day at least drops a song or two that I really end up enjoying and adding to my rotation, which I
Yeah.
haven't felt that way in the longest. That's kind of how I that's kind of the approach I took listening to this song. So yeah, that's what I have on that.
So 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 is this song going to be one of those, or is it just like like it shows that it could be? Like, is this song going to be in your rotation, do you think?
I gotta listen to it a couple more times, but even the fact that I do plan on going back and listening to it a couple more times says a lot because you know that I
Yeah,
haven't
of
felt that
course.
way. But I guess my point is like it more so it might or it might not, but the point is it opens the door for a possibility. I feel like in my brain to think like, okay, there's a world where I might end up enjoying a couple of these songs on the album, but then again, I might not. I very easily could
Mhm.
not. Um, so we'll see.
Right. Would you say that this one is your favorite off the album so far? Or I'm
Yeah,
sorry, favorite single.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I would still say that mine is American Dream because you didn't really enjoy that one, did you?
I thought it was okay. It was cool. Couple corny lyrics, but it was kind of
Yeah, no,
generic for me. But
the lyrics were no, he literally says feeling like a pet or I'm a pedophile in it. He literally calls himself a like you just can't do that, man. You
so
can't do that.
so edgy.
Look at me. Yeah, I am. Are you getting a vibe that this is going to be so obviously it's going to be a concept album. Are you getting like the vibe that it's going to be like front to back there's a story like there was in like American Idiot and 21st or
No, but I'll tell you this much. Um, this single also. This is what I wanted to say too. Um, I don't think this album is gonna be as political as we might have thought. Um,
mm,
and I'm very happy about that. But I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. But I and when I say that, I just mean like not every song is gonna be political. I think when I now see the album title in just a way of like the average citizen in America and the things that they kind of might struggle with and go through on a daily basis, which does make me a tad bit more interested, you know.
right.
So I guess now we just kind of got to wait and see if they're going to execute anything because I these three singles. I'm just curious to see like if there is going to be a front to back story, how like I'm curious to see how these three singles are gonna intertwine with each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Right. Yeah, like we don't have a character yet. Like you obviously have Saint Jimmy on American Idiot and 21st you have what's his name? What's his name? There's like one guy he's introduced in 21st Century Breakdown because he was like my name is blah blah blah. I was born on the 4th of July. I'm blanking on the name right now. But you
Post
have
Malone.
characters in the other one. What?
Post Malone.
What?
Post Malone. He was born on the 4th of July.
No, I'm saying that's a
I,
lyric in 21st Century
I
Breakdown.
know. I know. I'm joking.
My name is Post Malone. I was born on the 4th, and I didn't. Okay. Over my head. But yeah, I feel like it could be a concept album front to back if the main character is singing. Because he does say the American dream is killing me. Look, I got no brains. This is my dilemma. So
Yeah.
like he could so I was looking at the track list. The song before Dilemma is One Eye Bastard. If that is for whatever reason a song where in which he makes a drunken choice that gets him sent to rehab, you know that it could work that way. But we already do have two consecutive songs, including the opening track. So I do have to agree. I don't think it's going to be like a story. Um, which I don't know. I like how they did the stories. So I don't want them to overdo it because that might take away from, how great they do it. Like, if they put out a shitty one, it's like, oh well, damn. But I wouldn't be mad if they put out another great one, of course. Uh yeah, I can't believe there's gonna be 15 songs on this album. That's a lot for at least the artist that I listen to. Obviously, Posty just put out an 18 song album. But yeah, because Green Day Revolution Radio, I forget how many. I don't think it was 15. Father of All was 10. 21st was long, but this has more than American Idiot if you don't break apart like, the Novocaine / Rebels. But yeah, you got anything else? I think we did pretty good there.
No, yeah. So I guess like to the initial conversation, I guess you could say I'm a little bit more interested in it than I was a couple months ago. Um,
Mm,
I don't I still wouldn't say it's by like a crazy amount, like I'm not, checking my calendar for the release
yeah.
date, but I I'll be checking it out, you know.
Yeah, them not going through the motions. That's such a great way to describe it. Like that's what when you said that, I was like, damn, like
Yeah, dude.
that's perfect. Because look, Ma, I got no brains. Like I said, it's not a bad song, but that's exactly how you should put it. It does feel like they're going through the motions on that song, and Dilemma is anything but.
It looks like for better or for worse, if you like the song or not, you could tell they put effort into it and some thought. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So
Yeah,
I just hope we see a little bit more of that. You know, I don't know why they would
exactly.
have the intro as a song going through the motions. Well, maybe that adds into the story. Who knows?
I don't think American Dream is going through the. I wouldn't call that going through the motions. It's more so than Dilemma, but I don't know. I think there's parts of that song that I really enjoy. I know Connor feels the same way as I do about that one, but hey, Ma, I got no brains. If you say that that isn't going through the motions, then you don't know brains. You
Did
don't know because it's definitely going through the motions.
did Connor like Dilemma?
Yes, Connor very much likes Dilemma. I don't know. I think he also agrees that No Brains is mid, but he did like Dilemma. We had a good conversation about it the other day.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I didn't think we'd be doing this much Green Day content, but hey, here we are. I'm not mad at it.
Yep. I'm curious about look. I love how we like discuss like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder what Green Day is gonna do. I wonder what we're gonna do. I want let's discuss us. I wonder if we're gonna like do like a really quick like album like this is what we think, or if we're gonna take the time to get to know the album and be like, hey, let's do a ranking. It's
Well,
gonna
I
be
think
interesting because I
yeah.
know you're not gonna want to be the guy as you know, even though it's very relevant at when it comes out, you're gonna want to wait like a week or two to get used to the album, maybe even more. But I think it'll also be interesting just to say our thoughts on it. But what were we gonna say?
No, I agree, but I'm saying I think it all depends on the album.
Yeah.
Like if there's a full story and it's very layered, then I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Like I want to. I mean, we could of course give like first thoughts, but like
Mm,
I'm gonna be like, wow, like I got to sit with this for a little. That's crazy. Or if it's just kind of like whatever, it's whatever. I don't know. It's all that is the exciting part is they literally, I
yeah.
mean, this could go a lot of ways, good or bad. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll
So
see.
could you imagine if they Imagine Dragon this after dropping Origins,
No,
just Mercury Act One?
no, not
Oh,
not unless you think the American Dream is my life, which I know you
I
don't.
mean,
That's it.
hey, hey. What if the closer is better than one day? I mean, okay.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
we're not gonna
hey,
talk about an album that
hey,
people might not know.
hey.
But
Act two still has the better song. All right. I listen to Younger more than I listen to One Day.
you mean my life?
Yeah. Wow. Why did I say?
You son of a bitch!
Yeah. Yeah.
What a horrible take. Anyways, that's it for this discussion of Green Day. Stick around if you want more Imagine Dragons talks. Like,
Cool.
comment, subscribe. We have more stuff coming out. A lot of stuff just dropped, including GTA, which I think we're gonna upload before this. Guns N' Roses. I'm gonna try to do something with Matt about that, and obviously NFL is getting very interesting now. So we should be dropping something about that too. And I think this is definitely something to keep in the what?
There is two other things that I'm still waiting on.
I was gonna say there's something
Oh,
I think we both have something in the back of our pocket that we've been working very hard on. It's gonna I know my end, it's gonna take quite a bit for that to come out. I don't
right.
know about Mike, but
Oh, I
we
was
do have
talking.
I have a big thing I'm working on. What the hell do you think I was gonna talk about?
I'm talking about the tournament thing.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Um
Let's work on
Yeah, we
that.
have album reviews, a tournament kind of thing that we haven't dropped yet. I still gotta jump on that.
Let's
I edited half of it. I watched over half of it. My half of it.
So
Gotta watch.
why don't we do like one thing at a time here? Why don't we focus on what we got and then
Well. Those are gonna come out after the things that are currently relevant, like GTA 6 and the Guns N' Roses songs that just dropped in this.
Mhm. Okay.
So we got to we Year of the Tiger and stuff, that's getting postponed another week because of how much just happened in the last few days, unfortunately. I
Oh,
know we recorded a million years ago. I understand, but that's my fault. I'll take full responsibility.
so
See ya.
all righty. What's going on, everybody?